we will come back to you, Senator.
Thank you. I wanted to go back to the census because I know that a number of my colleagues on the committee have expressed a great deal of interest. It's been a huge topic of public interest, sometimes of controversy over the last several years as we've been gearing up to both provide the money and make sure that we have an accurate census. One of the concerns that has been raised has been around communities of color, also around confusion with respect to the census. I know Senator Reed talked about the issue with the Providence County and people being a little confused. And one of the things that I would hope we would all try and do is to do everything we can to reduce confusion around the census. And that's why I wanted to show you this blow up of something. This has been in the news recently about misinformation that seems to be deliberate to try and confuse people about the census. As you can see, this is labeled as an official document. It says it's a 2020 congressional district census. It says that the envelopes are labeled "Do Not Destroy Official Documents," and it's actually something that's being put out by the Republican Party, the Republican National Committee, and that if you go down and read the fine print, it does say that. But I guess my concern is that this seems deliberately designed to confuse people about the census. And we've seen some ads, some online ads from the President Trump's campaign that also seem to be designed to try and confuse people around the census. So I would ask, are there efforts that you see underway within the department or within the Census Bureau to try and respond to this kind of misinformation? Is this something that you are willing to speak out about, that this is not helpful as we're trying to get an accurate census count?
Right. Well, I'm relieved to be confirmed that that's not a census document, because
No,
it didn't look
clearly.
like one to me.
But to the unknowing and uneducated
Right.
Citizen who is not as familiar with the census as you are, they don't know the difference between this document and what comes out officially from the
That
census.
could be. I have asked the career staff at Census to look into this and see what appropriate action, if any, we should be taking to deal with it.
Thank you. Will you report back to this committee? And do you
Surely.
have a timeline for when you might be able to get that done?
Well, as soon as they give me a response, I will give you. As you know, the first mailings will be received on the 12th of March.
Right.
And there'll be an accelerated schedule as we go on out into the summer. So the other thing we've done is we've created a rumor page on our website to try to deal with things. We also have made arrangements with the big internet service providers. We've made arrangements with Facebook, with Google, with Twitter, with all of them. They're being reasonably cooperative with trying to help us deal with the problem. But having said that, we are in a world where, as I understand it, the experts feel that globally, something like 15% of all the social media users are bots. That's a big problem.
It is a very big problem, and I don't think any of us should buy into the fact that that's okay, that we think that's acceptable.
I do not, but the reason I cite the statistic, it illustrates the magnitude of the problem.
Absolutely. But on something like this, I think your voice would resonate very loud and clear with groups that might be using the census for political purposes, both to confuse and to try and affect the outcome. So I hope you will consider that.
As I've said, I've asked the career staff at Census to tell me what there is that we can do and what do they recommend. We'll see what they come up with, and we will report back.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.